Thiruvan Saranai, may the noble triple gem bless you all. Thiruvan Saranai Arana, please accept my humble worship. If you see very carefully, this Dhamma is not the one in the books. It is a practical philosophy. It can be seen by the one who follows it. The person who follows this Dhamma can realize it himself and it becomes his own experience. Every moment, this Dhamma can be experienced. We talk about the wisdom of knowing how the mind is formed. Lord Buddha said, Salayatana loko loko. Your five senses creates your world. We live in our own worlds. Chitte niyati loko. We have to understand that the creation of mind happens automatically. It is the chitta niyama. To see that, we should have a thorough understanding of Ubbe Nivasanusacha Chutupapata Jnane, and Asraksha Jnane. You can get more information from www.buddhotpadodhamma.com. Today, our Buddhotpado Dhamma friend will talk about how the mind is created and how the soul is created. Over to you, our Dhamma friend, Thiruvan Saranai.
May triple gems bless you all. Today also I would like to discuss some factors about true Dhamma. Before that, I would like to pay my humble homage to our noble teacher Buddhotpado Arana Master and all the others who are participating in this discussion. Today, I thought to discuss what we did earlier with our soul. Because those days we couldn't understand everything we do or everything we did with our soul. That is the main cause that we are tangled with every day. Because we didn't know how the soul or mind has formed. Therefore, what we do or what we did or everywhere we couldn't recognize where our soul is. Sometimes when we feel comfortable, we thought, even I thought, I have a peaceful mind. Because when there are less troubles or when there were less troubles we face, we think, or even I thought, this is the relaxation. Or having a peaceful mind. Because mind is not struggling. What we did. We did everything happy. When the problem comes or arises, then only I felt I have no peace in my mind. It is changing. Sometimes happiness, sometimes sorrow, sometimes stressful mind. Why? It is changing all over the time. After 2 or 3 days, the happiness vanished again. Stress came. And tried to find some solution to overcome the stress. Sometimes we gave up. I gave up my idea of doing such things and change into another process. That means when I was working in Sri Lanka, most of the time I felt even though I work hard, the happiness in my mind won't last. It is changing. I thought there was a problem in the place where I work. That is, because of that, I wanted to change the place. Then what I did was, I went to another place and worked as a teacher. Passing few years, again, the same feeling came to my mind. Even though I changed the place because I thought it was the comfortable place for me to work, but it is also not the place for me to stay because different problems I had to face. Why? Because I had two extremes. There was an outside world and inside I am there. I was there, right? There was a struggle in between. I changed methods of teaching even to overcome this problem. Not only me and other teachers also did the same thing. Every day after coming school, I thought, what could I do for the next week? Because most of the students were not reach what we expected. I thought there was a problem of mine. When I changed my methods of teaching even, right? It worked to a certain limit only. Some were very happy the methods I used to teach them. Some were not agreed with them. I thought lack of technological knowledge hinders them to learn. Therefore, I tried to convince to my students, you have to use the technology and you have to update your knowledge. according to the world situation, because my subject was like that, because I did economics for O levels and A levels. Because it is economy is changing all over the time, right? It is changing. I used to teach the UK methods by watching videos of them. But someone didn't agree with me because these Sri Lankan are not like that. This is how you have to teach like that. Some students also told me, right? But anyway, it was successful 75%. Only few of them couldn't understand because their lack of knowledge and their laziness of reading books and searching websites and all. Because of that, they expected everything from me. Those students had a problem, right? I thought there is no any other way. Somehow I would continue these methods because it was interesting and students were also interested in those methods, right? Over a period of time, that also didn't work out 100%. Again, I had to find another few methods, right? That those methods I changed time to time, right? Somehow I managed it, but problem was not over. Because sometimes the papers are very tough. Some students were unable to understand the problem even because analyzing part is so hard for them to write. If their writing skill is so weak, they cannot explain the theories and the factors what they really wanted, the examiner, right? That was their failure. Even though I practiced with those methods with the students, so we have to do it, right? We had to do it. Some were not up to the standard. Every time I was so sad because these students cannot understand. They couldn't understand what I wanted to do with them, right? I had a sorrow because I thought they were not listen to me, right? Why is that? Because I thought I was unaware of my mind. The thought became true for me. I had the struggle with those two extremes, outside world and inside my world, right? That means plus and minus. Therefore, the mind or the thoughts became more powerful every day by day, every year. Then I thought, okay, rather than teaching in Sri Lankan school, I must go to another country and I can work with happily. Like that I thought. Then I applied abroad school and I sent my application. After 2 months, I got a new job in abroad. I was really happy because I thought now my problem might solve because of the environment, right? But anyway, I didn't give up my idea of teaching. I taught them, right? Students, 95% most of the students got good result. Only one or two didn't get, right? It wasn't actually what I thought. I couldn't understand because of the thoughts I'm suffering, right? Even though I found some methods for teaching weaker students, their performance were very low, right? That is the struggle I had all the time in my mind. Why can't they understand their ability, and why didn't they try to upgrade their standard? All the time I thought like that. That means in that illusory world, suffered. After coming school from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., I had a habit to listen Dhamma. After listening them, my mind became quiet and calm. Then the next day, and then I went to school and did the same thing. It was a process like that. Right? After leaving Sri Lanka, I had a wonderful time with students in abroad, but had the same trouble. Not like in Sri Lanka. It was in a different way. Not only for me, all the teachers, because the workload is so high. Sometimes we had to work even at night. Very tiresome job. Sometimes we didn't have time to eat even. We didn't have time for sleep even. During the Vesak season, we had to work at night till 2 p.m., 3 p.m. Then next day we had to go to school even, right? Then I realized, even though I changed the place, I couldn't get the real happiness. From there, I started meditating. Again, my mind became calm. Every morning, I went to school as a fresher, with fresh mind, right? But I realized the methods I used to overcome those troubles but were not work in a proper way. Somehow, problems are coming in different ways. Then what I did was, when the sorrow came to my mind, I used to change my mind by going outside and stay, by looking at the sea, going out with friends, or going to a park and do some exercises, and when doing jogging like that, I changed because I wanted to stop my thoughts. That means thought means troublesome thoughts I wanted to stop. But during that time, I didn't have a single knowledge. The mind is a sensor. What I did was, I did different things to overcome this problem. But inside my mind said well, they were not the correct methods. Only in Dhamma will get a solution for me. But I didn't have time when I was abroad to listen Dhamma because the workload was very high. Even though I enjoy with the students and the school and the parents and my friends and the neighbors, inside I had a struggle with myself. It was, how could I find the real happiness? The real happiness was not what I experienced, what I get, what I tried to find even. Therefore, again, I tend to do meditation every night. Even though I was tired, I closed my eyes and relaxed my mind through meditation. Because of that, I managed to have a calm mind only for a certain limit or certain level, right? I was so happy with the students. They were loving children, and I loved them very much. And they also like that. They were not like Sri Lankan students. They were very different. Their second parents were teachers. They treated them very well, and they were very close to us even, right? Sometimes I talk with them according to their religion and what Buddha said, and they were listening what I was explaining, and I asked about their religion because they were came in different countries. They were multinational students, nationalities, different kind of nationalities. But their mind is so different, not like our single Sri Lankan ones. Right? Then I thought somehow I managed to overcome my problem and it might be okay in the future. Right? But it won't work out because the situation has changed every week, month, every day, and every week. Right? Sometimes all the teachers got fed up with the work because they were so tired of doing their duties. We were waiting when the vacation comes to come to Sri Lanka. That was the feeling I had in there. Why? All these things I realized and methods I used to overcome these problems, not the correct methods. Because always I lived in an illusory world, even though I knew it, but I didn't know about it. Even though the mind is not proof, I couldn't get rid of my mind. Always thoughts became true. The perception from five senses became true. The cause and effect theory, I didn't feel. I couldn't understand. I thought according to the previous things, previous birth, what I did, are coming now. That is why I had to face those problems. So somehow when after, it will be okay after doing all these things. There was no escape from these troubles. That's the nature. That was the nature. Like that I thought. Because the mind has come true. The thoughts became true. I couldn't understand. I was living in an illusory world. The mind sensor. Mind, I didn't know about the mind. It's a sensor. I thought that I could stop my feelings or thoughts by practicing meditation. When there were no thoughts, after going to deep samadhi, that was the end. That is the goal I had. That's why I started doing meditation to get rid of my thought. The wrong path I went more than 15 years. 15 years I practice meditation. The last Dhamma discussion I told you about my experiences in meditation. I don't say meditation is not good. It is a good method. But only a certain limit will help you to control your mind. That means your thoughts are scattered. If you have scattered mind, no problem, you can use samatha. It doesn't matter. But the real happiness, the reality won't be there. I always thought the reality I can find out only through meditation. That was the idea had deeply in my mind. Right? The main important factor I wanted to tell you is the sensor of your mind, the mind sensor. It is so powerful. That means what you do, you think. comes through your mind. You won't be able to stop your feelings or thoughts occurring or coming at a fast level. It's the nature of your mind, right? I couldn't understand that is the nature of my mind. I felt it sometimes, but I heard through meditation it can be controlled. That idea I had. Because of that, I didn't get the correct thing. Because it was the wrong idea I had, right? Therefore, I want to tell you the importance of recognizing the five senses, especially mind. It's easy for you to understand the world that you are living as an illusion. But illusory world that we are living, we can understand easily. Why? Because our thoughts have generated more power. Our thoughts were more powerful. We couldn't understand even. The thoughts has become more powerful because we are still living in an illusory world. You couldn't recognize your thoughts even when what mind says you do. Yes. In your action, in your words, or with your body, you do what your mind says. But you didn't have an idea. This is our mind. According to our mind, we do everything. We think, I'm the one doing it. I'm the one cooking. I'm the one teaching. I'm the one listening. I'm the one sleeping. I'm the one eating. Like that, you think. The most important thing is I am myself. We didn't feel without me or I am or myself. We didn't know how to live. Every time that concept has added to your thought. I'm the one seeing it. I'm the one looking at. I'm the one getting into the bus. Like that, I'm the one walking. I'm the one dancing. Like that. That's a person inside. Just imagine that illusory world is so dangerous. We do everything, but according to the mind or according to the thought. Every time thought became true. Even though others said we never accepted it. We didn't know how to separate myself with our thought. Why? The reason is we didn't know the formation of mind, how the mind has created. Mind or thought has created. That is the main cause of ignorance. When we examine carefully the creation of mind according to our noble teacher, Mudutpada Aryan Master, you can easily lose your tie. What you have tied with knots, with a rope in your mind. You can, little by little, you can lose your knots. And not at once. Then you feel it. Everything are thoughts. These are not true. This has formed with sound and color mainly. And other things also, these things, right? And it is a vibration or wave, very fast. And that is why we feel that we are living. And that is why we think it is existing. Like that. The existence. That concept also very difficult to remove in our mind. Every time we think that we are living right, until you find the Nibbana, still you have the feeling that we are living. That in Pali, Jivita Indra Rupaya, it is with us. We feel that we are living, right? It can be removed only through Dhamma. What I wanted to say is, what I did, everything with thoughts. I couldn't recognize these are thoughts. According to the thoughts, I did everything. These are not true. This is an illusory word. I couldn't understand them. After hearing the creation of mind only helped me to remove the false idea which I had. The thoughts are true. And I didn't heard there were two extremes even. That means inside and outside. According to Arana, answer the plus and minus. Because of that, the mind became more powerful. The thoughts became more powerful. I had only an idea. The mind is a flow, high flow that cannot be explained. It has a very high speed. It is only a flow. Flow means thoughts. Flow of thoughts. It works very at a high speed and there was no control over that fast occurrence. Right? After realizing the main cause or main root of creation of thought was difficult for me to get rid of my mind. Not fully, I'm telling you, not fully. It was only to a certain level. When you are free from your mind, the feel comes. Feel cannot be explained. Because when your thoughts are the same, you can see everything, you can taste everything, you can do everything, but even though the thoughts are coming in a high speed, at a high speed, it is not a problem for you because you know it's a sensor. You are not bothered about your thoughts. You are not worried about your thoughts. Won't be a trouble for you. Because after realizing it is an illusion, it is not true, the mind, that means thoughts, it's very easy to live. Whatever the problem comes, whatever the things are happening, even at your place or other places, won't become a problem and not get panic even. Why? You are free from your mind. When you are free from your mind, it's very hard for me to explain. It is, as a word, I can say it's a comfort. It's a comfortable thing. But don't think about this word because the feeling is very hard to explain. Because when you are free from your thought, it is like floating, like you are not getting into your thoughts, right? Even though whatever the thoughts are coming, it doesn't mean that you are living in that thought. For example, thoughts are coming as usual, but you are not the part of the thought. It happens automatically, and you know this is mind is a sensor. The mind is the main problem, right? Right? When you are sometimes when you are go when you when sometimes when the thoughts are becoming true, you can recognize them. This is only a thought, like that. After long period of time, when if you're thinking this is a thought, it is not true, that stage will stop. Then it comes automatically. You don't want to think, this is a thought, it is not true, like that. It comes automatically. Then only the feel comes. It is not upper layer, it's a lower, it's a inner layer in your mind. It comes automatically. You don't want to think about big one. It happens automatically. Because the power of your thoughts became very low. Not 100%. To certain level, the power of your thoughts are very low. Then only you can feel, the feel comes, right? It is a different kind of situation. I'm sorry, it cannot be explained. It is like a comfortable, it is very comfortable, right? Whatever the things are happening, it doesn't matter for us. It is only one action or something. That's all. But you are doing your things. You do your things as usual. With calm mind. Do not get panic. No need to get panic because you know the reality of your mind, right? But you do your responsibility. You never ignore your things. You do your work as usual. That is the magic in there, right? Sometimes I thought when Arahatan Vahanse won't talk much, won't do normal work like other people do. That idea I had, right? No, not like that. After realizing the truth, you do your work as usual. Only thing inside, the quietness, the calmness is there. Because the power of your thoughts is very low. You feel it, right? You feel it. The power of your thought is very low. Then it make it easier or help us to do our work easily. Sometimes some work we don't like to do, not like that. We do these things even without any trouble. When someone comes and talk to me when we were listening to Dhamma those days, we think, I also thought, I had a problem. This person came and I couldn't listen to this Dhamma even like that. The feelings are coming, the thoughts are coming, not like that. It doesn't matter. You stop listening to Dhamma, you talk with this person without any trouble. That is the amazing thing in this true Dhamma. You never ignore anything. When even beggar comes, you stop listening it and you tend to give something for that beggar. You do not think it's a problem. You can manage your work easily. You can manage your work. I'm telling you, I want to tell you, with the feel, you can manage your work easily than earlier. Because you know, the mind is not true. This is only a wave. And it is only a sensor. Whatever the things, whatever the thoughts are coming, it is a usual thing. It is a natural process. And it is not true. It's a nature of the mind. Then no need to have a, that means no need to get into trouble because we know the reality. When the reality comes, that means the wisdom comes. It comes through your knowledge, right? The clarity. That means the clear understanding of the Dhamma, Satyajnana, always helps you to experience the feel. That's what I wanted to tell you today. But even though you are listening it, you have to match and you have to think what Arana says according to your capacity. It doesn't matter if you can listen one part more than 10 times. It doesn't matter. I think the first time when you hear it, you feel something new. Second time when you are hearing it, you feel another way. Third time, fourth time, like that. So finally, you can get a clear idea and your wisdom will appear when you are practicing it, when you are doing your normal work. And another thing I wanted to tell you, the path which had Arana was explained for 7 days, the practical method is really important for you to understand how does it work. That means you can have a feeling, feel without your thought. You can live with feel, not with your thoughts. The words I use is wrong, right? But anyway, I have to convey the message. That is why I have used this word. There is no person doing it, right? It is only actions, right? So, therefore, the main cause of thoughts, creation of thoughts, have to be identified clearly. These days, the Buddha Arana says very important factors regarding the wave what we experience. That means kampana, how we become more powerful and how it gets generated, the methods, the different kinds of waves and formations. These are really important for you to understand. When you go deeper and deeper on this one day, you can have feel just like floating clouds, or the clouds are moving in the sky, very soft feelings are coming. It's soft like, for example, what I said is, I say like a bird flying in the sky freely. You are not tangled with your thoughts. You are free from your mind. It is a different kind of experience you will get one day. Therefore, today I wanted to tell you, you do meditation, it doesn't matter, but to a certain limit will only help you to understand this true Dhamma. And you pay your attention in Satyajnana, Satyajnana and Krutajnana and Tiparivartana. These are the most important factors Arana said it is true, 100% true. If you have lack of idea in those methods, in these concepts, you have to clarify your doubt by asking questions from Arana. I'm also doing the same thing because it's really help us to remove our false idea. We can clarify our doubts and you can move on to a correct path slowly. So, I think this message will help you to go on this path. Again, I will meet you one day. So I want to conclude my discussion now. At last, I want to tell you, if you can listen this Dhamma, it's really important for you. And try to understand the concept what Arana says. So I want to conclude my discussion now. One day I will meet you again. That's all for today. I'll be back in next week. May Triple Gems bless you all. And I pay my humble homage to Buddha Arana and all the others who are working hard in this process. Therwan Sarna.
Therwan Sarnai. Today's Dhamma session is over. Thank you, Dhamma friend. Your insights and expertise made a significant impact to the listeners, and we are grateful for your valuable speech. Let me pay my homage to our spiritual guidance leader, Buddhotpada Arana, Therwan Sarnai Arana. Then Dhamma friends, thank you for joining today. Therwan Sarnai everyone. Therwan Sarnai.